Work Permit System Part 1. The primary purpose of a permit-to-work system is to enhance safety by risk management is the process of identifying the hazards related to tasks, providing clear guidelines and control for safe task execution, encouraging efficient communication among all parties concerning risks and safety protocols. Work Permit System. Section 1. Contain questions with describing answers, considered as helpful to clear concept, and attend a face-to-face interview. Section 2. Contain description and requirements for different activities and definition and description of different terms and processes/activities, commonly used in field. Section 3. Contain multiple choice questions, considered as helpful to follow different test patterns. Section 1. 1. What is the purpose of G.I 2.100? To establish minimum requirements for issuing and receiving work permits at Saudi Aramco, SA, facilities and project sites, restricted areas. 2. What is work permit? It is authorization to perform specific construction, maintenance, inspection, or repairing activity on specific equipment and/or in specific area. 3. What type of activities require work permit? What are restricted activities? Activities/tasks those have been designated/selected by proponent organization manager as requiring implementation of the work permit system to perform them, no matter their location is within or outside SA facilities or locations. 4. What are the minimum criteria for a restricted activity? Any activity that pose/create a hazard to personnel, damage to equipment or facilities, disruption of operations and/or harm to the environment. 5. Does all activities need work permit? No. Low-risk activities, as determined by proponent organization manager, may be exempted from work permit requirement. 6. Who will decide that permit is required or not for a particular? Issuer will decide/inform that permit is not required for the job. That this job is determined by proponent manager as low-risk activity, hence not requiring permit. Work Permit System Part 1. The primary purpose of a permit-to-work system is to enhance safety by risk management is the process of identifying the hazards related to tasks, providing clear guidelines and control for safe task execution, encouraging efficient communication among all parties concerning risks and safety protocols. For example, petroleum, gas and chemical plants, pump stations, bulk plant, loading piles, oil-gas wells, marine vessels and areas where flammable, oxidizer, reactive and/or toxic materials are handled or stored. Areas where explosives or radioactive materials are stored. Water and gas injection wells, pipelines, water or sewage treatment plants, lift stations and cooling towers. Area within 23 meters, 75 feet, of hydrocarbon-containing pipelines, manifolds or scraper launcher/receiver. Area within 15 meters, 50 feet, of energized power line. Electrical substations as per SAS P119 substations and areas within classified locations as per SAS B068 electrical area classification. 10. Work permit is only a permission to carry out hazardous activity. It is not only used as permission to carry out hazardous activity, but also to determine hazards associated with that activity and precautions to take, so the job can be carried out safely. 11. Why a work permit is used? Work permit is used to carry out a hazardous activity safely. 12. What is the purpose of work permit system? Work permit system is used to eliminate accidents, to control work and peoples, and to communicate. Eliminate accidents. To do restricted activity, hazardous activity safely. Control work. To do specific work on specific location or equipment. Control peoples. Restricted area require permit to enter, e.g. cannot enter in confined space without permit.
Communicate.
As by issuing a permit, issuer knows that where and who is working in his area of responsibility, and at the end of job, by closing permit, he came to know about the status of job and or equipment. 13. For how long a work permit is issued? Work permit is issued for single operational shift. An operational shift can be of 8 hours or 12 hours. 14. What is a renewed work permit? Permit renewal/extension. A permit that authorizes work to continue for one consecutive/next operation shift, regardless of shift duration, on original work permit conditions. The total period including renewal cannot exceed from 24 hours. 15. For how long a work permit can be renewed? For how long a permit can be extended? Can be renewed for one consecutive operational shift, regardless of shift duration, but the total permit duration cannot exceed 24 hours. If one shift issues a permit, the next coming shift can extend it. A shift issuer will issue a permit as per their shift timing. This means that an issuer can issue a permit for as long as he stays on duty, but in not excess of 24 hours.
E.g.
If an issuer issues permit for 17 hours, the next shift can only renew it for 7 more hours. Sometimes the word extended is used as alternate of world renewal. It should not be confused with extended work permit,
i.e.
for how long a permit can be issued. 16. What is an extended work permit? Work permit issued for a period greater than 2 consecutive operating shifts, but not in excess of 30 days. Conditions. When the job site hazards and precautions remain unchanged. It is highly unlikely that conditions will develop that would create an additional hazard to personnel, damage to equipment or facilities, disruption in operation, or harm to the environment. Both the issuing organization's division head and the receiver organization's division head agree and sign the permit. If any countersignature is there on that permit, the countersignature organization's division head also have to agree and sign the permit. 17. All type of work permits can be issued as extended work permit? No, equipment opening/line break permit cannot be issued as extended work permit. 18. Who will sign certificates of issuer and receiver? Aramco employee. Employer's division head. 19. Who will sign the certificate of contractor's receiver? Proponent organization's division head. 20. Who will sign certificates of issuer and receiver? Their division head. 21. Who is designated representative? A competent and designated employee who will perform duties associated/related with issuing work permit, i.e. joint site inspection, filling work permit form. The person who will not sign the permit, but will do all other works to issue a permit, as joint site inspection to conducting hazard analysis, gas test, and review protective measures required by that work permit. 22. Designated representative can issue work permit? No, he cannot sign the permit, cannot issue. 23. How designate designated representative? Division or department head. 24. What is joint site inspection? Inspection of work area conducted by issuer/designated representative and receiver to conduct site hazard analysis, ensure that necessary gas test performed, and review the work permit condition. 25. Issuing of all type of work permits need joint site inspection? Is joint site inspection is required for all work permits? Yes, joint site inspection shall be conducted for all type of work permits. There is no section in new work permit form for joint site inspection, like it was in previous forms, but hazard analysis checklist, as a part of joint site inspection, is to be filled. 26. Is there any joint site inspection to be done before closing work permit? Yes, before closing work permit, the issuer/designated representative and receiver shall conduct joint site inspection to verify that the work area has been left in a safe and secure condition before the work permit can be closed. There is no section to fill in work permit form for this closing joint site inspection. 27. What are the responsibilities of issuer before issuing a permit? Ensure that joint site inspection and gas tests are conducted and hazard analysis checklist is filled. 28. What are the responsibilities of issuer after issuing a permit? Monitor the job site frequently to make sure all work permit conditions and applicable SA safety and health requirements are being met. 29. What are the responsibilities of receiver before receiving, signing a permit? Participate in the joint site inspection and hazard analysis with the issuer or his designated representative. Read the permit, if satisfy and agree, then sign the permit. Do not start any job without valid work permit. Ask for work permit from SA certified issuer. Present their valid certificate to issuer. 30. What is the joint responsibility of issuer and receiver? Site safety is the joint responsibility of issuer and receiver. Safety of personnel and equipment at the job site. 31. What are the responsibilities of receiver after receiving a permit? Perform the work in accordance with the conditions and requirements agreed upon with the issuer and specified on the work permit. Remain on job site and monitor the work to make sure all work permit conditions and applicable SA safety and health requirements are being met. Keep his valid certificate with him. Keep valid work permit in his possession, can keep in his pocket/hand, etc., or display on site. Stop work and inform issuer if conditions become unsafe or if cannot comply with agreed conditions. Close work permit when work is complete or permit's duration is about to expire. Thank you for viewing. Click subscribe for me to create new content.